Today I'm going to react to your favourite rides at Adventure Island. Now the thing is about the Floridian water parks is that they are out of this world, and I'm not only talking about the theming but also the sides too. And as we make our way throughout the list, you'll be seeing some sides that you did not even think could exist. And whilst of course they are amazing and are definitely worth a ride, sometimes you don't want all of those thrills and instead would rather opt for a more casual side. Which is when rides like Calypso Coaster comes in, because there'll be no crazy elements or petrifying moments. Instead you'll be able to board a raft and gradually twist and turn your way down a side towards a final splashdown. Even so, if you do want a bit of uniqueness, for example a tunnel section, well then they also have Aruba Tuba, which is basically Calypso Coaster just in a tube. So once again you will be able to board a 1 or 2 person raft, twist and turn through a series of drops, turns and of course many tubes too. A few outdoor sections which is pretty nice, all before dropping down at the end, in fact towards the same pool as our last side. So which one's better? I don't really know, but what I would say is if you are visiting Adventure Island, then these should definitely be a must do. As much as you cannot have a water park without a slide or a tubular one, you cannot have a water park full stop without a racer one either. And as we make our way through this video, you'll be seeing plenty of those, but then at the same time that it is awesome to race way more people. If you're in a group of 1, 2 or in this instance 3, it is sometimes more beneficial to lack on the people you race for the side out. And speed slides are sure awesome, with you going around a bit of a circle shape on 2 of them, of course at some very fast speeds. Although don't tell anyone, but if you want a guaranteed win, go on the middle one, because instead of going round in a circle, you'll just drop straight into the water and look like you were very fast. Oh, that is so cool. It is now time for Caribbean Corkscrew, and I think this is a sort of side that looks way cooler from off-ride than it does from on. Yeah, look at that. Along your way down, you will be dropping and someone will go over you and then basically corkscrewing around, but that is really awesome. And then when you make your way up those eternity of stairs, you cannot have a water park without them. You will then be able to go round the corkscrew, dropping, going over, dropping, going over. I don't think you actually go uphill, which is good news because you don't want to get stuck in the tube, but that is an awesome racer slide. You remember when I said earlier that these Floridian theme parks have got sides that you can't even imagine? Well, I was not only talking about the side layouts, but also the things around it. And this is most definitely the case for Wahoo Remix, because when just watching the ride, from what you can see anyway, you'll just see a few twists and turns in a family raft that's really awesome, a few flashing lights, some water in your face, and then of course the final splashdown. But the true magic of this side comes in form of the listening, and whilst of course you're stuck with my voice and can't hear what's on this side, trust me when I say that those flashing disco lights are not there for no reason, because along your way down you will also be boogieing to the tunes. Yes, this side plays music. Here we now make it into the top 5 territory and onto the family side, where instead of boogieing to the tunes, you'll be holding on for dear life. This is Solar Vortex, and whilst fortunately or unfortunately, depending on how brave you are, you'll not actually be going into a solar vortex, it will sure feel like it, with once you've made your way up those stairs carrying that giant dinghy. Yeah, I've never seen that before. Normally at the top of the stairs, there's like a ramp that brings the dinghy up, not you carrying them. You will then set off into space, experiencing a variety of different elements, from drops to turns to a bit of an open area, which is quite cool, amongst of course the dark tube sections with lights, before you then make it back down to planet Earth and that final splashdown. You know what, originally I thought our last attraction was more of a thrill ride, but after watching Colossal Curl, I think that that's a family thrill. The one before it, the music one, is a family, and this one it's a mega thrill ride. Now when you think of the two craziest things on a family raft side, you'll most likely think of a funnel section as well as the almighty wall. And whilst normally you might be going through one of these, on this one right here, you will do both of them. Yeah, once you set off on your raft, and a quick tip, you know it's a crazy ride when the raft has holes for you to sit in, because of course you can't move around. When you then drop down, go into that miniature funnel section before even more twists and turns, and then the giant drop into the wall before coming out the end and going, whoa, that was insane. So if you want the family thrills, then Colossal Curl is the side for you. Moving on now from the family raft size and back to the racers, we have got Rapid Racer. And as far as I am concerned, if you're in a group of 4, then this is the best racer side. The thing is with this one is that there's only 2 sides, so you'll be turning 2 of your friends into frenemies and keeping 1 for your team. But with there only being 2 sides, the layout is far superior, with you going through so many tubes, those open areas, and my favourite bit actually, at certain points you come out and see each other, so hopefully you'll be waving back to them instead of waving forwards to them, or if you don't see them, you're either really good or are just doing a Tom and really lacking. Therefore, the biggest tip with this side is to choose your partner wisely. I get it though, no one is at the same level as you, and if you feel like the best team is the solo team, then Riptide is the racer side for you. This is the common type of racer side that I have been talking about, but that does not mean that this is a common side altogether, because amongst racing one another, you will be doing everything on this side, from the light up tubes in the beginning, to the bounces near the end, to when you pass that finish line, hopefully as a champion, on your front. Yes, no lifeguard will be telling you this time not to go forwards, with this being one of the only sides out there where you are actually meant to go on your front. Oh, I knew one of these were coming. It is now time for the one and the only, the dreaded Vanishing Point. And it is one of the only sides where I would say the name is completely right. As once you have built up the courage to stand in that pod, cross your arms and wait for what feels like an eternity. The door underneath you, that's a trapdoor, and it will drop, causing you to vanish from sight and head through a series of tubes before then shooting out the end with all that water in your face. Thank you all for watching, bye bye.